Welcome to our few minutes together on the Parsha for the second time. Today we have the privilege of hearing a few words on the Parsha from Rav Agadol, Rav Nachman Kahana, the Mechaber of Sfarim Menuchos, and believe it or not, the former Rav of the Young Israel of the Old City. And in fact, we are here in the Young Israel of East Talpiot. So this is going to the Young Israel Bethel of Borough Park from the Young Israel here in Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. It's my pleasure to introduce Rav Nachman Kahana.
Thank you, Rabbi Shano. Shalom to my brothers and sisters in Chutz La'aretz from Yerushalayim, the city of peace, the city of justice. I say my brothers and sisters because despite the fact that we do not know each other, but all Jews are brothers and sisters, by very fact that we are Jewish. And this is actually what I want to speak to you about, the longest running hatred in the world, anti-Semitism. So I have to ask ourselves, why are we really so bad that everyone hates us? What do we do wrong? Just the opposite. I read to you from Parshat Shavua. There have been books and books written about anti-Semitism from an economic point of view, sociological, psychological. They don't get it right at all. It's a pasuk in Parshat Rei. Ki am kadosh ata l'Shem Elokecha. You are a holy nation for God. Bachar Hashem liot l'olam skula, and Hashem chose you to be His unique nation. Mikol amim, from all the nations of the world, Hashem chose the Jewish people. That is the base of anti-Semitism. The Goyim cannot accept the fact that we are God's chosen people. But what does it mean being chosen? In Parshat Yitro, Moshe Rabbeinu comes down from the mountain before accepting the Torah. He has a message for the Jewish people. Vatem tiyu li mamlechet kohanim v'goy kadosh. You shall be for me a kingdom of kohanim and a holy nation. That's not exactly correct. Only 5% of us are kohanim. Now 95% are not kohanim. I am to be a kohen. What does it mean you're going to be a kingdom of kohanim? Let me explain. There are 5 things that a kohen is different than other Jewish people. 5 areas. One is food. Kohanim can eat certain sanctified food which other people cannot eat. We can eat the tithe. Clothing. There are the 4 garments of a kohen which only a kohen is allowed to wear. Marriage. Kohanim are much more limited in marriage than other people are. Residence. Kohanim would always live together in separate areas because of the laws of purity. And actually purity, Tumah. Kohanim are much more sensitive to the laws of Tumah than other people. These 5 areas of food, clothing, marriage, residence, and Tumah is what makes us different, or Israel, from the Goyim. Food, we have the laws of Kashrut. The Goyim, whatever walks they can eat. Clothing, we have Shadnish, not allowed to eat something made from flax and from wool. Also tzniut, modesty. Marriage, a Jew is much more limited in who he can marry than a Goy is. Residence, a Jew has to live in Eretz Yisrael. A Goy can live anywhere on the planet. Tumah, Tumah, I can't explain, I can't translate it. Tumah. A Goy, according to the Torah, has no Tumah. Tumah is only a Jewish thing. In other words, in those 5 areas that the Kohen is different than Jews, Jews are different than Goyim. But vis-a-vis the Goyim, everyone is a Kohen here. Because of those 5 factors. We were chosen. That's what's the story. Someone who's not chosen cannot understand that Hashem, who's the ultimate Democrat, isn't everybody equal? No, people are not equal. In fact, no 2 people in the world are equal. Even identical twins come out, they're different. Each one had a little bit more oxygen, had a little more food, they're already different. But we are God's chosen people. What's the proof? King Louis XVI of France, who was not a big tzaddik, had a friend who was a philosopher, and he said to the philosopher, bring me proof that there's God in the world. The philosopher says 2 words, le Juif, the Jews. The Jews are still alive, there's a God in the world. After what we did to them, and they're still alive, there's a God in the world, and the God is Jewish. And may I add, the God is a religious Zionist, if I may add. Anyway, as we come close now to Chodesh Elul, the month that we begin to introspect who we are, what we did, what we did not do, and what we have to make better. I want to wish everybody Tiva Chatimat Tova should all be inscribed in the book of life. There should be health and happiness for Jews all over the world, especially here in Eretz Israel. We are the heart of the world. And a special bracha, life should have meaning, mashmut, meaningful. That's what it's all about. Learn the lessons that connect the Kodesh Baruch Hu to the Torah. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.